One of the biggest questions heading into 2025 is how long Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's Liberal Party will survive. Glen McGregor joins us from Ottawa now. And Glen, the Prime Minister said he would take the holidays to consider his options. How's that been going for him?
Yeah, that was about 17 days ago, the day that Chrystia Freeland, the finance minister, dropped a bomb on the Liberal Party and on Justin Trudeau by deciding to resign her post in cabinet just hours before she was to deliver the fall economic statement. And since then, Trudeau has said he is considering all the feedback he got from his MPs. Remember, he had that emergency caucus meeting that night to hear their opinions. He said he was going to go and reflect on this. Apparently, he's been doing that. On Boxing Day, he flew from Ottawa to Kelowna, British Columbia to go on a skiing holiday. He's still there now. And we have not yet heard from Justin Trudeau about what his plans are, how long he stands to stay on as leader. Does he plan to prorogue the House of Commons or ask the Governor-General to prorogue, or whether or not we will be into an election campaign earlier than next October. It's all kind of up in the air, but at the same time, we have been hearing from a lot of Liberal MPs, backbench Liberal MPs from Ontario caucus, saying they think it's time for him to go and have formally requested that he step down as leader. We've heard the same thing from Atlantic Canada Liberal MPs, and that's really damaging because that was, of course, the core of Liberal support back in 2015.
So as you've noted, so much political uncertainty right now. Glen, can you give us some different scenarios, though, on when Canadians might potentially head to the polls?
Right. So MPs come back from their holiday break at the end of January, and the Conservatives want to have a confidence vote, a non-confidence vote in the government shortly after that. It's possible that could happen in early February. And of course, an election campaign has to be at least 36 days long, maximum of 50 days. So it's possible if the government falls on that non-confidence vote in early February, that we could be an election campaign that would conclude sometime in March, a lot earlier than the October vote that we are currently scheduled for. The only outcard that the Liberals have at this point is for Justin Trudeau to go to the Governor-General, Mary Simon, and ask her to prorogue Parliament, kind of hit the pause button on Parliament that would prevent the opposition parties from bringing a confidence motion and would allow the government to survive a little bit longer. And crucially, if Justin Trudeau decides to resign, that could give him time to have the party run a full leadership race to replace him. Well, it'd have to be a shorter leadership race. It couldn't be one of these 3 or 4 month things because it's unlikely the Governor-General would shut down Parliament for that long. All this is really uncertain, and until we hear from the Prime Minister, Cynthia, exactly what his plans are, we can't really predict. All I can tell you for sure is Canadians will be voting in a federal election sometime in this year.
And it will be quite the election. Glen McGregor, thank you very much. And that is our City News political correspondent, Glen, in Ottawa.